Ain't nothing wrong with you, just remember you're special. Feeling hopeless and alone, just remember there's always God there to be there to help you. Put in effort, make mistakes, no one on this earth is perfect. Trial and tribulations both in life are guaranteed, but in the end it's all worth it. I'm hoping and I'm praying. This is something relatable and the words are beneficial when someone out there can understand what I'm saying. Mind, muscle, motivation. Let's stop playing. Share it with the nation. Women out there, you want a guy that bring in the money, but you complain when he's never at home. You want the family man, but you complain that he's not bringing in the bread because he's always at home. Do you really know what you want? You want the guy to be famous on social media, but you want to go through his phone because he's getting DMs from other females. Y'all don't know what y'all want. You think you know what you want, but you don't know what comes with it. Y'all don't know what y'all want. Young females, y'all definitely don't know what y'all want. Y'all trying to find out. Women, y'all don't know what y'all want. What they do though? Mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Like, subscribe, share. I'm trying to build a nation, a community full of people who want to get better together forever. I like to talk about things that's going to help you grow. I like to talk about things that are debatable. And of course, I like to mix in some fun stuff along the way as well. And today, that's what I'm gonna do. Listen, I thought it was toxic the way that women will want argument, right? To know that you still care, to know that there's still fire, flame in the relationship. But I think that when the arguing gets toxic, when the arguing becomes absolutely out of hand, you're really gonna let yourself get used to that? I want peace. You can be right even when you're wrong, and I will be wrong even when I'm right. Now don't get me wrong. Listen, I like validation. Who doesn't? Do I crave for validation? From time to time, I would like it. I would like some clarity in knowing that I'm appreciated, but I'm not about to purposely make you mad. I'm not about to be that guy. Listen, I got too much going on internally, as I've said before, and I'm not about to make a battle, a war that I have to fight in. I pick and choose my battles. And when it comes to relationships, when it comes to keeping my peace, I'm gonna choose my peace before any type of battle. Now, when I was young, I had a lot of relationships where they brought that out of me, and I still was left. So obviously, I didn't make that battle enough of a war because I just didn't have the care or concern to argue, and therefore I was given the title of being a nice guy. And I just don't understand, because in relationships, organically, there's going to be disagreements anyway. So why do we have to argue purposely? When it comes to relationships, the best relationships I know of course there were arguments, and of course there were disagreements, but again, it happened organically. It wasn't purposely made. And if you're a person that has to have arguments to know that there's a spark in the relationship in and of itself needs some improvement already. So if you're a person out there who thinks that getting a person stirred up, who thinks that bringing something out of a person purposely is going to give you any type of clarification that the spark is there, I don't think that is the right thing to do. For example, this isn't my own personal experience. I'm talking about somebody else. I know a person that's in a relationship where the female knows that he's going to always give her a reaction when it comes to wanting attention and getting attention from other dudes. Organically, that's not organic. If anything, bringing that out of him is just going to is going to make him want to leave you. I know if it were me, if you're already entertaining other dudes just to get a reaction out of me, to make me jealous, if making a person jealous is your way of getting validation to see if they care, you might want to change that thing up, because I'm just not a jealous person. So I can tell you now, trying to see if I care from jealousy, yeah, that's just not going to be the thing that keeps the relationship going. And in my younger days, I still wasn't that jealous type of dude. And if I saw a female entertaining another guy, it just let me know how much I really mean to her. And obviously, it's not much. So any relationship out there that is going through that type of phase, you might want to change it up. Now, guys, the guys that I know are what I just explained, what I just described. They're not the type that will get jealous and stay in the relationship. If anything, they're going to leave because you're so hot, right? All the guys want you, so what you need me for? And that's how I used to see it as well. If you're a female and you're letting me know that you can have all these different guys, go get them. And they can have you. Now, I will reverse it. I know some guys out there, they will like a picture on social media, right? And in the female's mind, it's a sign of disrespect. And I agree with you, I do. But I also know that there's guys out there who don't purposely try to go around disrespecting that female from liking a picture on social media. It just happens. It's just a reaction that they've done for years. And they don't do it out of disrespect. And listen, I've said it before. In relationships, there's going to be attraction towards other people. And if you don't want to hear that, I'm sorry. But it's just life. You are lying to yourself, not to me, and not to the person that you're with. You're lying to yourself if you are saying that the person you're with is the most attractive person in the world. Now listen, females are sneaky, okay? Females are sneaky because a guy will like a picture, okay? And obviously he's not trying to hide anything because he's liking it. And maybe he's not aware of you finding out, but he's not trying to hide it. Now, a female might not like a picture, but they're following a person. Tell me why a guy is wrong for liking a picture, but a female can follow a guy, but the guy is wrong? So what is a female following the guy for? Why does a female keep a guy in the following, in the followers? What do you need to follow him for? What does he have on you that you need to keep around? Tell me who's right or wrong. I don't get it. I don't get it. So somebody tell me. Somebody tell me who's right or wrong when it comes to that situation right there. So this is where I get confused, right? So the female, she wants attention, okay? Maybe that's why you have guys and you're following. Maybe that's why you're following that guy. I don't know. Whatever. He has something that you obviously like. Okay. I'll let that slide. So why is it that you want attention? Well, again, back to me wanting the peace. If I want the peace, I wouldn't be liking other females' pictures anyway, okay? I agree, but again, I also know that when it comes to liking pictures, it's just pictures, okay? And it's not like, I just don't understand why guys got to automatically be seen as guilty when it comes to their intentions not being in that type of fashion or form. All guys who like pictures aren't trying to get with the female. Like I said, You got to be mature enough to know that there's going to be other attraction when it comes to the relationship. I blame it on social media. If it wasn't for social media, I'm not saying you wouldn't be found out, but there wouldn't be that type of problems when it comes to relationships because, well, I mean, you wouldn't know. But again, it's still there anyway, because that's just life. You're going to be attracted to other people. And again, if you disagree, you're only lying to yourself. But again, you want attention, okay? The attention that you want, it may not be in the fashion or form that I give you, but a guy will give a female attention. Maybe, let's say, he buys her lunch. Not all men are naturally affectionate. Not all men will naturally give you the attention that you want. But females, can you understand that what you want in a man, it may not be exactly what you want, but the guy is giving you what you want, but it's not in a way that you want it. Not all men understand that, and I'm one of those men. I get it all the time. I'm too nice. Why don't you argue back? Why don't you show me that you care? I'll show you that I care the way in which I know to show. But if that's not the way that you want it, you have to know that that's the way that it was always in the first place. So don't try to flip it on me and try to change me, because this is the guy that I've always been, and this is the guy that you wanted in the beginning. You have to accept me. You have to accept that guy for who they are, not change them in the way in which you want them to be. And again, I blame it on social media, because maybe that's why the female would keep that guy around. Maybe that guy is in a relationship and the female sees the way he's treating her, and that's how she wants it. Again, I blame social media. I blame the perspective in which reality is now seen, because that's not how it always is. That's what's wrong with not just females, but males as well. We just don't appreciate who we have in the first place. We have to always look around and see what we think is better. And that's just not always the case. And this is why I now say, females don't know what they want. I'm sorry, but you don't. You really don't. Because peaceful men, guys that don't get stirred up so easily, they're the ones that's always left. But it's the rah-rah, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop guys that you want to go for. And I don't say this with too much sarcasm, but when that guy goes upside your head, you want to see that as love, because he cares, right? But that type of care isn't the care that you should want, but it's the care that you settle for, because it's the care that you were introduced to in the first place. But that peaceful guy, again, the disagreements, is it not enough for the disagreements to be that he cares? If there's no arguments or disagreements in the relationship, well, that alone is a red flag anyway, because there's something in between those relationships that's just keeping the relationship just how it is. So yes, I agree that there should be some type of tension in a relationship to show that the person cares. But why does it have to be the type of attention that is toxic? Why does it have to be the type of attention that is bad? That's what most females want. I'm sorry, but it is. It's what you see. But the peaceful men that just want to remain cordial, I don't know if I said that right, but the men who just, they want their feelings to be heard and felt. They don't want all that drama. They don't want all that toxicity. I mean, why does it have to be that the females want, especially in this day and age? I think earlier, back then, it was probably more peaceful for both people. But because there's so much access think that's probably why it is the way it is now. Because of the access that people can get when they're in a relationship. They can see what they want. They can see what they think is better in a relationship. But then when they see all that, they want to get back to what they had before. But that guy's like, no. That female's like, no. You were seeing what you wanted, now you got it. So lay in the bed that you made. I just don't get it. I really don't. Disagreements are going to happen organically. So let that be the attention. Let that be your validation. Let that be the sign that there's care, that there's concern in the relationship. Don't let it be all that argument. Don't let it be all that drama when you go out in public, embarrassing yourself and that other person. Don't let it be going into that other person's phone. I mean, we got to grow up. Don't let it be don't let it be what you see on TV, because that's not how it always is. The people that argue on those reality shows, I bet you right after that show, they go their separate way. But the disagreement that you see, the boring relationships are the relationships that last. Pause. The boring relationships are the relationships that last. Because those relationships, they're just disagreements. They're just not trying to understand the other person's feelings. But all that drama and stuff that people like, that gets people attention, those relationships don't last. I mean, come on. Just accept it for what it is. Those relationships don't last. And if you think that they do, look the people up. Look those people up. I bet you they're with other people. I bet you they're not with the person that you saw them with. I guarantee it. So, who's right or wrong here? The females that want that attention and don't think that the attention is the attention that you first think of. There's all different types of attention. I'm talking about the attention that is toxic. I'm talking about the attention that gets them abused verbally, emotionally, mentally. That's the attention that most females want. That's the attention that most females go back to. But the men who want peace, they're the ones that's left. There's the one that have to just sit and watch. And again, it goes both ways, okay? But I have to say women because I want to get your attention. Because it's debatable. So who's right or wrong? It's mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Go and pick it up, buddy. Like, subscribe, share. Hey, leave your comments. I want to know. Literally, I want to know who's right or wrong. Until next time, y'all. Hey, we out. Peace.